Good morning, everybody. Just had a really good question from Abby, and it looks like Kiala. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, dear. She also had the same question, so I just wanted to hop on to answer that. And Abby's question was, what if you have more than one goal? In the context of this course that we're going to do, and we're going after, taking the first 5 steps of our big scary goal, does it make sense to just choose one, or is it okay to focus on multiple? So, a few things I would think about is one, when you personally consider the idea of moving forward on multiple goals, is that exciting to you? Is it motivating? Or does it start to feel a little bit overwhelming? Clever brain, that primal part of your brain that wants to keep you safe and protected and keep everything at the status quo because that's what it knows. Therefore, in its very primitive logic, believes that that is going to be in your best interest because it will keep you safe. Clever brain may use this against you. It may start some sort of logic like, well, you have multiple goals. Maybe you shouldn't try to do them all at once. You know how that turned out last time. And it can start to use some questioning and some logic that can be disempowering. So if you are the kind of person where the idea of looking at multiple goals in this one effort that we're going to take together, if that is exciting or motivating or energizing for you, wonderful. And if it's not, if it starts to feel overwhelming, or you notice your clever brain starting to creep in and doubting you, being critical and like, who do you think you are, and why do you think it's going to be different this time, and this is just some course, whatever, like that kind of stuff, pay attention to that and give yourself permission to just do what feels best for you right now. And also give yourself permission to be open to this changing and evolving. Meaning that if at this stage, going after multiple goals seems like it would be energizing and exciting for you, great. Like, let's look at moving forward with that. And if at any point it starts to feel overwhelming or you're wanting to backpedal, give yourself permission that you could change your mind. That doesn't mean that you're going to change your mind, that you have to change your mind, but give yourself permission to just feel what you feel and make a decision that's right for you, and, course correct as you go if you discover that another way forward would be better. This is something that we get stuck on all the time, and what keeps us from going after the big scary goals, because we don't give ourselves permission to trust our own experience and to adjust as we go. And then the other thing to consider when looking at focusing just on one goal versus multiple goals is how interconnected are these goals? Are they dependent on one another? Would one goal be what Gretchen Rubin refers to as a keystone goal, meaning, for example, maybe your health and your wellness would be the key to you being able to make progress on some of your professional goals or creative goals or even financial goals. That's something to consider. So for right now, especially since we're just kind of in the beginning, you guys are in here early, yes, and you're just starting to kind of have things percolate, I want you to give yourself permission to just be exactly where you're at and trust that it's okay, that you're right where you need to be, that you are in a great place to be having these questions and curiosities, and to just notice when you consider the different options before you, how it makes you feel. And I want you to move toward what energizes you and what excites you. And one piece of advice that I got from my coach just last week, actually, was something that was given to her by a mentor. And the advice is this, that when considering multiple avenues and you're not quite sure, you may have some confusion or uncertainty, move toward what is clear. Move toward the goal that is clear to you as, yes, this is definitely something I want, or this is absolutely critical. Start where it's clear and then give yourself permission to explore from there. All right, dears? Let me know if you have any other questions about this. Feel free to comment below, and I'm happy to chime in. And I'm sure others who had the same question, they may have follow-up questions as well. So that is the beauty of doing these types of video chats and being all together in the group. All right, loves. So happy you're here and looking forward to adventuring with you.